So today I'm thinking a, I don't know what you're gonna call it, kind of almost like a cenote, but we'll see. But like a deep hole in the ground, and we're gonna put some stuff in it, I think. Let's see how it goes. I know that's very, non-specific, but hey, let's go ahead and we could start with the basic cube today, even. Sure. Let's scale it, and let's bring a person actually first. I want to see what I'm doing here. Where's Human Gen? Human Gen. There we are. And take this thing, scale it about there. Sure. Let's just bring it up to there. Why not? Seems about right. How big are we? Let's just go to 25 meters. Okay. Might even be a little large. Let's have, yeah, it's a little large. Let's go to 15 meters. I like it. Okay. And we're going to go higher though. Z 30. That seems good. Control A, all transforms. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is come in here, 3, delete that face, and A, Shift N, recalculate the normals for inside. Still check it. Yep, good. And now let's get to work. First thing let's do, whoa, not that. Tab 2, add some edge loops. Sure. And then 2, I want to select this, 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 and this, and bevel. There we go. Okay. Sure. And another edge loop down that. And I actually think I want to select an edge loop here too. AW subdivide. No. Well, before we do it, that's it. Cool. We'll start there. Let's just go with the quad remesh instead. 200. Cool. Tab. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, 2. I want to select that, and I want to select spherical and turn on and scale. So we get a rounder bottom like that. Okay. Then I think we'll go back to smooth. And scale that out like that. Just kind of want to look and see what we got. Cool. Right. And then I want to take this bad boy here and scale it in like that. And this one here, let's scale that out. Just turn that down. Something like this. Now we're still very precise, which is okay. Let's scale this in some more. Yeah. It's going to be very, well, uniform as we go look at it. Let's apply our ground to it and see what it does. Grab an autoerotic desert, terrain, select it. Okay, and we're getting too much rockiness, which we kind of figured we would. And I want this one to be fairly smooth, so I think I'm just going to go with the ground for everything. Okay, yeah. But it's a little too even, I think. So let's just turn it off and edit it. 1, turn back on proportional. And just pull some things out. Okay. And just trying to keep it from feeling too even. That seems okay. Let's see. That's a little better. Try one more thing. 3A tab, Shift Q. Let's just turn off this now. Shift Q. Quick displace. And strength of 1. Maybe even 5. There we go. That's starting to get wonky. And I got rid of my modifier, but this is okay. Tab 2. Actually, let's just grab 1. 7. G. Or just pull it back out a little bit. Okay. We got to re-add it. Interesting. Terrain. That's a little cool. A little better. And let's do just 2. E. Scale. E. Scale. Shift Z. Pull it out. Cool. And come back in, take a look. Just to give us a lip around the edge to play with. I think that'll work pretty well. It's gonna be, these are always a bit of a pain to work with because you have to kind of move your camera around inside it, but seems pretty good. Maybe let's bevel that down, see if that helps us get rid of that point. Yeah, it did. Make it a little less sharp there. I like that. Taking a look inside. Seems good. Seems cool. Okay, we don't think we need to go any further than that around our lip because we're never going to be, I don't want to look from the outside. So we might look from like here kind of vibe, but that's just, we could put some trees up the top if we wanted to. And we may or may not, but it doesn't add that much geo that it's not that big a deal. Okay. Let's go ahead and apply this. And take a look. And it seems pretty good. I want to do a little bit of some stuff. See. Grab that. See that there. See, I'm kind of going for the undersides here, but I'm not being super precise about it. Okay, that seems good. Now, Shift Q, cables. Cable mount, 25. Let's just see what we get. There we got some interesting things hanging down. Cool. It's a little far though. F9. Bring our maximum back up. Morning, Michael. Good to see you, man. I think we probably wanted a little bit back up even more than that. It gets really hard to see. Yeah, we do. F9. Let's try a different slack seed. There we go. That's better. Got some cables running across. And all right, that seems better. I like that centered being a little bit open maybe. And maybe let's cut it down from 25 to like 15. And just trying to get a cool origin down the middle. And come on, I think like 5. I want at least a couple cables. There we go. Okay, we'll go with that. We have some cables running across the top, which would be vines, of course. And a terrain. Let's go ahead and save. 2402 14-1 live stream the womb. Happy Valentine's, everybody. Remember, today's the day where you find, the colonizing corporate power and slaughter them and eat them. Never forget. Captain Cook style. Find them, wait till they try to take over your space with their technology and their, colonizing nature, and then at night hunt them down and kill them. Yeah. That's the spirit of Valentine's Day, right? Okay. Cool. So we got that. And I think we're going to want something at the bottom, because I got an idea just to keep this from being entirely, well, boring. Let's grab our land, sculpt mode, see if we can do it this way. Bring this up in the center. I should have done this before, but well, you know how it is. I agree. Kids today. No. Oy vey. Okay, there we go. Got ourselves a little bit of a spike down at the bottom now. so that we can Shift A, mesh, circle. That would probably need a bit bigger than that, but let's just Tab F, scale. Cool. GZ, until we find a space where we like it kind of good like that. Yeah, it seems good. Alrighty. And then Tab, Control A, rotation scale, Q, solidify. Cool. And apply it. So we have some water at the bottom, which will help bounce some light back up too, which is going to be helpful. And while I'm thinking about it, just go ahead and give it a material too. And we'll start with the Polygon IQ one. It's a cenote. What we're going to put inside of it, we'll see. I'm still working on it. I have some ideas. Small material. There we go. Sure. And we're going to just make it editable while we're thinking about it. There we go. Let's take a look. We have a deep cave. It's very dark, which we're going to have to do something about, and we can. Okay, so let's jump back in again. What are we going to do here? Well, maybe first let's set up a sky just to give us something to look at. How we want to do it today. Had a brain moment. Okay, open world. Yes. With this one, it's like basically blue sky straight down, right? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. We're under the water, but that seems like that'll work okay. And save again. At least to start with. We could maybe tweak it a bit, but let's go with that. Now, I want to put something here. And I think we're going to use that Aquafire Pro modifier to do it. But let's set up the curve first. Q, or Shift A rather, right? Curve. Curve spirals, curve profiles, helix. Helix are always fun to play with. Yes. I don't need quite this resolution though. Let's like 25. Yeah, that's better. Width, wider, height, start angle N 720. Yes, that'll give me multiple. Take it a bit higher. Something like that, hey? Could work. Okay. Now let's Shift D, RZ 180. Right? Is that giving me a, yep, that's giving me a double helix. Cool. Join them together. Now, F4 append. Aquaflow Pro, node tree, curves. That's the one we want for right now. And add a modifier, geometry nodes, flow curves. I mean, that's just fun on its own. I could just sit and watch these things. I like watching Sims. Now, we're actually gonna, let's start over again though. I don't want it quite this high density. Let's just go like 2000. Actually, because we're gonna let them be dots, I think. It's not gonna be water. Velocity of noise of 0.05, make it a bit noisier. There you go. I might want it a little bit narrower. 0.15. Let's see. So we can kind of keep it wild, but still look like we have two streams. That feels a little better to me. We just need to get some energy going, basically. Something that feels very energetic. So that's the top right. Yeah, cool. And feels pretty good. Where's my Humi? Why are these things nulled out? I don't know. I'm just gonna get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. That was our old cube. Okay, there's our Humi. GZ. The center of that thing. Getting a nice little storm action going on. Just seeing if we get the right height for our curve. And I think we could maybe go a little bit bigger. Let's see. Scale. Cool. Rewind. Turn it back on. Gotta love a vortex. Cool. Maybe let's just hide our ground for right now. Let's actually just do even more better. Move it to ground. We can hide that. And we'll move this to water. Now, I'm trying to handle what will ultimately be the birth of a god. So we got to figure out what we're gonna do with here. It's gonna look like bad water, but yeah, it won't later. Okay. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, so we dropped that down to lower thing, but we can still mesh particle it. And that will bring it together. And if we change the smoothing, it will blur it out more. So blur iterations of 5. If we go to 50, you get a lot more. wispy kind of thing, which is kind of neat actually. 50 might be a bit much. Let's try 25. 10. 10 looks pretty good for wispy. Yeah, I think I'd take a Vortex over Parade most days too. And I don't think we need to instance an attribute. I don't think I want, or an object. I don't think we need objects interspersed in here, although it might be neat, but let's leave it alone for right now. And I don't want to use the same blue we've been using just because it's been done by me a lot lately. Let's just add a cube. Oh, fine, plane works fine too. I just need the material. And these are the abstract ones that we have pre-built that we could play with some more. We've been using one of the ghosts. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. I think it's 2 we've been using. Let's see, ghost 1. We're going to change it a bit though. Cool, we have it. Now we can give this material, ghost, and we can go and edit the ghost material now. But again, I don't really want it to be blue. Let's see what we do want it to be. We can even go wonky today. E. Textures. Crystal could be fun, maybe. Let's see. Try this. I think it's not UV'd, so it's going to have to be adjusted. Yeah. Maybe instead of doing it with a material, let's do it with noise or Voronoi. Voronoi sounds cool. Let's just select it and solo it. Okay, move that back out of my way. So we can give Voronoi a bunch of that. We get these like dots basically. Which I think is cool. And Shift A, search ramp, color ramp into here. Let's just select that. Right now it's going to the same thing. But if instead of black, we went with like a deep red at the low end, at the high end, take it to like a purple. And in the middle, we add like a blue, which we can adjust where we want to fall. And sure, let's add up at this end, like a bright yellow. And that, something like that. Let's see how ugly that looks. It's not too bad because it's mostly just gone bright, but it's not bad. 5. If we darken it down a little bit, that may help us out too. That's kind of interesting, I think. Move this further out, and we should get more blue, right? My guess. Fruity. I like fruity. Yeah, that's cool. And we could do something. Let's just see what happens if we make that black right down the middle. That's kind of neat. Just cuts our color basically out in the centers. I think that's cool. Let's bring our ground back. Come down here. We're going to get rid of this plane here. We don't need that. Let's just take a look and see what we're getting. Let's save. I do like the black. I think that's cool. Maybe instead of black, let's change it to slightly higher, a really saturated purple. Yeah, that's kind of neat. What if I switch these? It's way more aggressive looking. Let's try doing both. See if it gives us just something, a little bit more of a hue. It's subtle, but it gives us that red rim around that purple there. That's kind of cool. We could do one more. Just why not? Come here and make this one like a green. I don't know. The deity doesn't know what's being born yet. So that's too green. We do not want that. We're in potential chaos energy still right now. It's not got any kind of positive, negative, or particularly even emotional tie to it. Are we getting anything out of that? Can't really tell. Yeah, there's a little bit of green there. Let's see, we got a bit more now. And I want a bit more red, so let's bring that up. Yeah, sure. That higher, and that higher. Gives it a little more yellow. Let's see how we feel about it. Yeah, sure. Working for me for right now, I think. We may have to turn it. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It's still a little bright for what I want here. Strength of 1. Let's see how that does. Ooh. That starts to change it, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I wonder. Where am I on? Sucker here. Let's change our strength to another Voronoi. I'll go with 4D. So we can change that. Distance into strength. Search. Map range. 0 to 1, 0 to 5. So the top end will now go up to where it was before, but it will have darker parts too. Looks all right. Scale of 10. Make the scale smaller. Yeah, okay. That seems reasonably like what I want. Okie dokie. Now, what next? What next, we say? We need some representation of what's going to be on the inside of this thing. And this is not actually the god. This is the proto-element of a god. So I know I'm being weird, but that's fine. Let's come back. Shift S2, cool. I'm gonna delete this guy. And I think we're gonna go with a woman this time because we're gonna use the dude for the other half later, as is, human. So, and we're not, it doesn't really matter, but she is gonna have hair. But none of these, like her skin tones, all that's gonna be just glowy probably, so it doesn't matter. I don't know. Sure, we'll use her. It does not matter. Solor. And randomize. Let's see. Minus, but sure. Bertha. She's birthing. That's Bertha, of course. Age, take it to 20 is the youngest I can make these. It doesn't really make a lot of difference, but hey. Randomize the face. Ooh, no, that's some bug-eyed shit right there. There we go. That's better. Height, we're gonna go taller. We're going more comic booky, so 6 feet, sure. Doesn't matter. Hair. We do definitely want to give her hair this time, just because I think it'll be fun. Let's do with wavy center part. Sure. Again, material doesn't matter because we're replacing it all. She's going to be naked, so it doesn't matter. Pose. Let's see. Anything that we want to use to start with? Maybe levitation? Let's see what it looks like. That looks too conscious. I think we're not quite ready for that yet. That'll work. I like the high heels because it's going to be kind of floaty. Cool. That will probably work. So now let's deal with this. Yeah. Real-time materials. Ghost. Sure. Let's try add material. Create duplicate. So it's new. Yeah, that's kind of working. That's what we wanted. And where is she? Here she is. Bertha. Eyes. Can I not add a material to it? Oh. Should be able to. Delete. Oh, she's soloed. That's why. Let's solo the whole thing. Select hierarchy. Now solo her. There we go. Now we can see the eyes. It's like, where are they? There they are. Eyeball. Add material. Create a duplicate again. Color is going to be purple. Sure. And this is going to be ghost purple. Just call it. And we'll just call this ghost blue. Well, might as well. Okay. And back to her. And head is going to be ghost purple. Yep. Hair eye, also ghost purple. Face, I don't think she has any, but teeth we're gonna get just delete and delete. It's getting to be kind of neat. Cool. Now let's bring shit back. Yeah. Underwater's kind of neat looking. Not even sure about this guy. Okay, we're gonna go there for this for right now. Now, I'm gonna change our material this time, I think, maybe? Let's see. Do I wanna leave it like this? I'm talking about on the background. I'm not super into it. I'm actually, this guy is kind of annoying me too. So I don't think I'm into that. Maybe we'll change that first. It's just entirely too. It's rethinking. Now it's just dark. Can we? Zero. Photographer. Exposure. 6. That's better. Means we definitely need to bring this down though, which I thought we might. Strength map range 0 to 1. Does that help us more? Maybe not even 1. Maybe 0 to 0.5. Yeah, that is definitely better, I think. Cool. Nice. Well, I can live with that. And yeah, let's use a different material. Let's just be different today. Grab this sucker here. And we applied it, right? Yeah, we did. Let's go grab one of mine. And we use Sandy Shore. It's going to look bad because it is not UV'd. Cool. Tab A U Cube project. Sure. Much better. There we go. Yeah, that's what we wanted. We want some green in there too. Okay. Cool. Coming along nicely. So now let's grab Geoscatter. We're at 47. Cool. Biome, open biomes, and I think we want, let's go with 6 or 5. Let's go with 5. Sure. I know. Nothing showing up because it's all too high poly. Great. We don't want any branches. We're just going to get rid of that first. We don't want any leaves, which may mean we need to add some more stuff to it, but you know. First, upward obstruction on the water. Right. And then Pywort, we're going to put abiotic slope of 30 absolute off and turn it on. Let's see what we get. It's a fair amount of Pywort. I don't need it on the top there. And it will, I mean, it might be a waste of time to mess with, but let's do it. Elevation. Percentage. Sure. Minimum, maximum. Maximum. To there. So it's very 86% up. Okay. We do have some there. Not a lot. Let's do the same to this. Elevation, max 86%. Turn on. Cool. And maybe a slope as well. You can have moss on rock, obviously, but 45, that's better. That's looking kind of cool. Okay, now let's do the same for this one. Elevation, max of 86. Slope of 50 with a 5 transition, mostly just to be a little different. Mhm. Oh, but I don't want absolute. I don't want absolute on this one either. I wish that defaulted to being off. Like, I don't want it upside down by default, people. Come on. If I'm putting a slope on something, typically speaking, that's not why I want it there. And then we have our cables, which are very high up, and we may not even see. It may be one of those things where I just did it for the fun of it. Well, I wouldn't mind a shot like that just because. Let's go grab a leaf from, let's see if we have it here. These are all autumn leaves. Ivy, there we go. Let us bring that in. There. And I don't want either of these in camera. Come on. Scene collection. Now, if we select this object, convert it to mesh, and select it. Cool. And we've got ivy, and we're going to have it be pretty dense. Scatter objects. Did it get any? Looks like it. Scale, let's jump it up a bit. Random scale of 3, sure. Let's go to ivy. Tab 2, Shift S2, object set origin 3D cursor. There we go. That should fix that. Yeah, so now it's sticking up, but we need far, far more. Distribution, incidence per that, 200, 500. 500 seems pretty good. Need a little bit more. 800. There we go. Now we have vines with stuff on them. That looks cool. And our default material can be, I don't have a grass, do I? Let's just grab one. Shaders, Seth, dirt and AO grass sounds good. Let's see. They're small enough, it really doesn't matter anyway, probably. I just don't want it to be white. Really, anything but that would probably be all right. Yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. There's our person again. Person very loosely, right? kind of set a shot up like that, I think. Let's set a camera up first now. Start making it look cool, because it doesn't look cool yet. The elements are starting to be there, but we have not achieved cool. And lens of 35. Right? Sure. Resolution, widescreen. No, we're in water. Save. Kill our helix. Focus roughly where this person is. Bring our helix back. I mean, I don't hate it. But it hasn't, again, yet achieved the level we want of cool. We need more for that. And I think our next thing to do is maybe crystals. Crystals are always cool, right? Or, wonder. Like the question we're trying to ask is environment compared to subject. So right now we have a very frenetic subject and a very calm environment, and we can push that, or we can bring them closer together. So it's, do we want the contrast, or do we want to make our environment more wonky? Like if we want to make our environment more wonky, we can start doing a lot of fun stuff with the water, all kinds of things like that. But I do think we need something more. Let's try crystals. Let's see how that does. Open up a new blender. Open. Name crystal kit. There we go. And we want to look at for manual use, right? Select objects, just all those we can see. Now, these are like the bases, right? Yeah, base quartz. They're kind of neat. And I do like them. Let's grab them. Let's start with them first. Copy objects. Come over here. V. New collection. Base crystals. Now where are they're very small, right? Yeah, they are. We want them like S10, maybe 8, 7. Yeah, let's go 10 and then we'll do the 0.5 or 0.66. Yeah, okay. Control A, rotation scale. And all of our bases seem okay. All of our base are belong to us. Geoscatter. Go off cables, back to our ground. And we're going to just random, based off of viewport selection, scatter objects. It's probably too many. It's a lot. Let's cut it down some. Yeah, okay. And we are going to do a culling mask under the water as well, maybe? Or do we want to let them go underwater? No, we'll let these ones go underwater. That could be okay. And let's take a look. See what we're getting. The materials on these are kind of slow. I will admit they're a bit on the intense side. And I don't necessarily know that I need that level of realism, so we might be changing them. Base crystal. Yeah, base quartz. Let's change that to the other one. Materials goes to add material. And then control link. Yeah, that's cool. Materials. Clicking them all. That's all. That might be a little too much glow. Okay, again, we'll go tweak the material. Let's see, Shift A, search random generator. Cool. This is one that I made a long time ago, but I think it works in here. I should bring it way down. Yeah. Are they all the same? I hope not, but what is it basing it on? Object info. It should be okay. Yeah, I think it is different. Okay. Up. Shift A, search, map range. Again, instead of 0 to 1, 0 to 5. Cool. Maybe, I think it's still too many. But we're getting there. And by color, I think I want to do a little bit more randomization on. Use saturation, color, select this blue, because I like this blue. And then shift, let's see, generator, good, 5, into hue. Now let's see, this should tell us very quickly if it's doing it for each one, because it should be all over the place. Yeah, yep, each one's definitely getting done. Cool. Search map range. From 0.49 to 0.51. What's the default hue? No, that's right. Good. It is working. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more, 0.48, 0.52. Well, just to add enough color changes that it doesn't feel completely monotonous without so much that it... Cool, Michael. Well, take off and get your projects done. all good. Yeah, that feels good. Cool. And let's see. I still think we have too many of them though. Let's cut it down a little bit more. Half it again. See you tomorrow, man. Have a good one. Cool. That's working for me. And maybe we used those quartzes. We grab this, actually this, and grab all these. I like them. Copy objects. And new collection to crystals as opposed to base crystals. And we'll select that one. Goes to. We'll select all of them. Control link, materials, S10. Okay, there they are. And we're just gonna hide them. Same with these base crystals. Okay, then here I'm going to do well, first, before we hide them, scatter objects, and we want the var minimum. There we go. There we go. Now we can see them. And they're everywhere. Now, what happens if we take those and we go to ecosystem? First off, elevation, we'll do that because we don't want them above 86. We can go 7, we'll go 50 on these. Same with the other one too. We want them above 50. More down the water kind of stuff. 50. Yeah, so the crystals stop, there-ish. Good. All right, well that's good. Now let's grab the other one. The new crystals. I'm just going to call it crystals, and come on, select it. There we go. Base crystals. Crystals. We're going to go with ecosystem, affinity for base crystals. Thank you, OneDrive, for telling me what I'm close to. Minimal distance of 0. Or 0.1. Does it put them on? And do they exist at all? They exist. Okay, cool. Yeah, Yes, they do. Getting some spiky ones. Let's see. Yeah, some things spiking out just a bit. Cool. Seems okay. Not 100% sure about the blue, though, to be honest. Let's just come and look at one color. Instead of this blue, what if we went with like a purple? I like that. It kind of goes against the yellow nicely too. Okay, yeah. Now our mosses, I think I want to increase the angle of them slightly. We allowed for 45. Let's go to like 60. Give us more moss. There we go. That feels better to me. Okay. Right, we're getting there. Now I'm going to turn off Geoscatter. And I'm going to grab this. Scope mode. I'm just going to bring this up like that. Yep. Cool. Turn off our base crystals now. Don't want to see them anymore. And we're going to go grab our guy. We need our villain. Still have the crystals one open. I don't need that anymore, so we'll use it. Open. Don't save. Where are we? Darklands. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna grab this dude right here. Astro Boy. And I'm just gonna join them together. What's that? Oh, nothing. Copy objects. V. Object set origin 3D cursor. Object set origin, geometry to origin. GZ. RZ. GZ. Cool. Tab. 3. C. SZ. Proportional. 2. GZ. fine. Down that way. This is how pissy you feel like getting, and it's really up to you. That's a little too much, but that should be good. We're probably not even going to see his feet. So like all this, it's going to be nothing. But yep, you know, hey. Let's see. Nice. Whoa, falling on my chair here. Okay. Turn back on Geoscatter. See what we got. Okay. I think this might be a scene where we want a little bit of fog to separate stuff out. How much and what we want, I don't know. But let's go grab some. Set the objects. What did I call it? Clouds and atmospheres. There we go. No, it's punched hole. We don't want that one. Volumes. Clouds with fade. Yeah. That's what we wanted. But it's monstrously huge. Size. Let's just go with. No, don't do that. Actually, yeah. 1. Not 10. 1. Okay. Let's turn off Geoscatter. It's going slow. Okay. S, Shift Z. 7. G. Seems pretty good. Go a bit more. 1. There we go. Okay. Control A, rotation scale. Shading. Let's go take a look at it. Yep. And we're going to want there we go. There's our edge, which I don't know we need to worry about, but you know, hey. And there's our curve. Move that up like that. Okay, so together, that's what we're seeing. Cool. And we want our map range from minimum of 0.003 to maximum of 0.1 maybe. And bring it rid of the surface. Unsolo that. Is everything hidden? Oh, there we go. There's ground 2. Okay, so we might need a little more. Where'd it go? cloud. New collection to fog. Let's set our 0 map range to 0.01. That gives us some fog, I think. And color, let's take it slightly blue with a very low saturation. Cool. Save. Layout. And 0. Getting close now. Geoscatter back on. And let's see what we got color-wise. One more thing I want to do, I think, to punch it. That's getting there. Look at how slow. Okay. While I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to change this from to 512. Otherwise, we'll be here literally forever. That seems pretty good, though. I can dig on that. Can you dig it? Yes, I can. Let's turn him slightly. So he's looking more that direction. Cool. And the only other thing I wanted to try for added oomph, basically, is see if we can do like a spotlight kind of vibe with the light control objects. Light beam, scale it, SX, RX90, okay. Just turn off ground for right now. And turn back on ground, see how far we're sticking out the side, see if that's how unrealistic we are right now. So we need to go a little bit more vertical if we want to stay somewhat realistic. I'm not sure we care at this stage, but that's going to be there. Cool. Close this area off, and we probably need to increase our exposure. Actually, that's kind of cool. Geoscatter on. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. We can try move it over just a touch so he's more in it. Yeah, I think that's cool. And the only thing we want to do is, I think, move it back. Again, turn off geoscatter. Let's do it that way. That. Cool. We know it doesn't line up, but that's all right. At the top, it doesn't super matter. We may not even show even those cool vines that I made. Makes me sad. Sometimes you make stuff, you're like, yeah, it just didn't work. But that does feel better. Let's turn off armatures. Make sure we can see Our Lady. Yeah, we can. I think we want to move our dude just a little bit. I'm going to hide our light beam too. Local. Just a bit. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, he's lining up better with those crystals now. Except for the one sticking out of his head, but you know, what you gonna do? Add light beam on to see the before and after. Before light beam, after light beam. Oh yeah, we like light beam. Yeah, yeah, we like light beam. I think that is good. I might bring our fog down just a little bit. Map range. From 0.01 is the max to 0.05. See if that cuts us down more. Half the max. Maybe even our minimum down a little bit more. Half that too. And I suppose just to see if we need it or not. I think we do want it. I think it is giving us something. That crystal is still pissing me off though. Let's just change the distribution on it. Or is it just, no, that's good. Where'd it go? All right, we're just gonna look this way. Turn off the light beam. Turn off this biome here. Make it faster. There we go. All right, let's see if that's better. I just didn't want to light a glowing crystal right by his head. It was kind of confusing. Yeah, that's better. I like it better. Turn the light beam back on. turn this back on. Let's see if we still want it, or if I actually don't like it. Actually, kind of might like it without it. No, I like it darkens. It's fine. Well, maybe. I do like it, but I think, again, light beam here. Let's turn off geoscatter. Tab C. Just gonna select that and create a vertex group, assign it. And geoscatter in our biome mix here. Just gonna cull from that group. It's not bad. It's a little too square though. Let's edit it again. Add this as well. There we go. Assign. There we go. That's better. I think, yep. Actually, tab. Maybe I'm gonna bring that back. Just remove that from the group. There we go. Doesn't feel too obvious given the other ones, but I just like having him be a little bit fresher. Cool. Save. Turn on the light beam. One last look at it. Yeah, that looks better. That's cooler. And it doesn't feel weird. Alrighty, folks. Well, we're going to call it there. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll get this posted up on the socials, and I will be back again tomorrow. Please remember to like and subscribe and all that stuff. Patreon links in the description. You know the drill. It's all good. But just thanks for hanging out with me. It's cool. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Okay. Happy Valentine's Day, folks. Bye.